I remember it was near the end of my first duty assignment as an officer. We were sitting around one day and the question came up, what do you want to do next? Where do you want to go next in the Army? And one of the warrant officers there said, well, you should go to the 101st. I mean, the best of the best go to the 101st Airborne Division as an aviator. And one of the other warrant officers, a Cobra pilot, I'll never forget. He was just ribbing me. He was giving me a hard time, trying to get a rise out of me. But he kind of hit to the quick. He said, "You can't go to the 101st Airborne Division. They'd eat you alive, Lieutenant Blackman." And I remember, of course, it struck a nerve with me. And afterwards, I'll never forget. I mean, afterwards, I was driving home, and I remember asking myself, "Am I good enough? Could I do well there?" I don't know if it was a lack of self-confidence, a self-esteem issue. I don't know, but I doubted myself. And I remember distinctly, like it was yesterday, I remember thinking, do I want to continue trying to be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond? Am I willing to risk that? And that stuck with me. Well, I left there. I went on to Germany for 3 years. And after Germany to DC for 3 years, then off to a year at the Command General Staff College. And once again at the Command General Staff College, I had an opportunity, if I wanted to go to the 101st as an Iron Major. And it hit me again. I mean, even at this point in my career, I'm like 10 years into my career as an officer now, and I remember thinking, am I good enough? Am I going to be eaten alive? Am I going to be a small fish in a big pond? And the thought that came to me was, well, you're never going to know if you don't go, if you don't jump in the deep end. And so I went. And I went to be the operations officer for the Divisional Cavalry Squadron, 217 Cav. Straight to Fort Campbell and off to Iraq for the invasion of Iraq in that first year there. And very quickly after getting there, became a pilot in command, air mission commander, and began establishing a reputation. Physically, I was untouchable on the physical fitness test. I could do over 100 push-ups in 2 minutes, over 100 sit-ups in 2 minutes. I could run the 2 mile in 9 minutes, 30 seconds. Any obstacle course, I could run it like it was a walk in the park. I mean, and I began to thrive and do incredibly well. Of course, the rest is history. I wound up staying, over 12 years in the 101st, went on to command a cavalry squadron and ultimately a brigade and an aviation brigade in the 101st Airborne Division. And it was during that time that I finally realized that I'd been asking the wrong question all along. Big fish in a little pond or small fish in a big pond. The question was, what kind of fish are you? And at that point, I came to the conclusion, I'm a big fish in any pond. Why? Not because I'm better than you, not because I've got more talent than you or potential, but I'll outwork you. I'll outtrain you. I'll outsweat you. I'll outsuffer you. I'll outstudy you. I had the discipline and the willingness to work. But I clearly lacked the self-confidence, the self-esteem. I doubted myself. And it took this process of jumping in, of diving in, to look around and see, man, everyone here puts their pants on one leg at a time every morning just like I do. And you know what? I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm going to be a big fish no matter what pond I'm swimming in. And so as we enter a new year, 2024, that's the question each of us has to answer for ourselves. No matter what station in life you find yourself, no matter your age, your career field, your hobbies, whatever it may be, what kind of fish are you? That's a choice you got to make. What kind of fish are you?